Welcome back, BAudio family, to another journey into the heart of Stoicism, where we uncover the wisdom to live not just well, but fully. Imagine a small town in Iowa, where cornfields stretch under a wide sky, Main Street hums with pickup trucks, and the high school's bell rings like a heartbeat. It's a place of simple dreams, quiet struggles, and the kind of community that shows up when life gets hard. But even here, in the heartland, the question lingers: what does it mean to truly flourish? Today, we're exploring a Stoic idea that's like a map to the good life, eudaimonia, or flourishing through virtue. Seneca said, "The happy life is one that is in accord with virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, temperance." It's not about wealth or fame, but about living fully, aligned with what's true. So, settle in, picture yourself in a classroom with creaky desks, and let's walk with Claire, a history teacher who learned to flourish through the lessons of her students, her town, and an ancient philosophy. This is a long journey, so let's dive in, and I'll share a Stoic toolbox at the end to help you build your own flourishing life. 1. The cracked foundation. Claire Thompson was 38, a history teacher at Lincoln High in Cedar Falls, Iowa, and the kind of person everyone leaned on. Her students loved her stories about the American Revolution, her colleagues admired her calm in staff meetings, her neighbors called her the glue of their block. But beneath her steady smile, Claire was cracking. 6 months ago, her marriage had ended. Her husband, Mark, left after years of growing apart, saying he needed space. The divorce was amicable, but it left Claire with a quiet house, a teenage son, Ethan, who barely spoke to her, and a gnawing sense that she'd failed. Teaching kept her afloat, but even that was slipping. Lincoln High faced budget cuts, and rumors swirled of layoffs. Claire's classes were overcrowded, her lesson plans rushed, and her star student, Aaliyah, a bright junior, was acting out, skipping assignments. Claire felt like she was teaching in a storm, with no shelter. At night, she'd grade papers until midnight, her mind churning: what if I lose my job? What if Ethan hates me? What if I'm not enough? She'd always believed in hard work, in doing right, but now it felt like running on a treadmill, exhausting, going nowhere. One October morning, after a sleepless night, Claire snapped at Aaliyah for texting in class. "If you don't care, why should I?" she said, louder than she meant. The room went silent, Aaliyah's face a mix of hurt and defiance. Claire apologized, but the guilt lingered. She escaped to the school library during lunch, needing quiet. That's where she met Miriam, the librarian, a woman in her 60s with silver curls and a voice like warm coffee. Miriam was shelving books, humming softly, when she noticed Claire's slumped shoulders. "Rough day, Claire?" she asked, not prying, just present. Claire nodded, too tired to pretend. "Rough year, honestly. I'm trying, but it's all falling apart." Miriam set down her books and leaned against a shelf. "You're carrying a lot. Ever think about what you're carrying it for?" Claire frowned. "For Ethan, my students, this town. Isn't that enough?" Miriam smiled, her eyes sharp. "It's a start. But what about you? What makes your life worth living, not just surviving?" She handed Claire a thin book from her cart, Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. "Try this. It's not a fix, but it's a light." Claire took the book, skeptical. Ancient philosophy sounded like homework, and she had enough of that. But Miriam's calm, her quiet strength, made Claire curious. That night, she read a passage: "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." It hit her like a bell. She'd been living for someday, when Ethan opened up, when the school stabilized, when she felt whole again. What if she could find happiness now, despite the cracks? 2. The first lesson, wisdom. Claire started small, meeting Miriam in the library each week to talk Stoicism. Miriam wasn't a scholar, she'd discovered Stoicism after losing her daughter to illness years ago, but her insights felt like lifelines. Stoics say eudaimonia comes from virtue, Miriam explained over tea in the library's back room. Wisdom is the first virtue. It's seeing clearly, what matters, what doesn't. You can't control Ethan's mood or the school board, but you can control how you think, how you act. Claire latched onto wisdom like a student cramming for a test. Miriam suggested a practice, the view from above. Each morning, Claire would sit by her kitchen window, coffee in hand, and imagine zooming out, past her house, Cedar Falls, Iowa, the planet, into the cosmos. From there, her worries, divorce, layoffs, Aaliyah's attitude, seemed small, part of a larger dance. It didn't erase them, but it gave her perspective. She started a journal, writing, "Wisdom today, my job's uncertain, but I can teach well today. Ethan's distant, but I can listen when he's ready." The practice helped at school. When Aaliyah skipped class again, Claire didn't snap. She pulled her aside, calmly. "What's going on, Aaliyah? You're better than this." Aaliyah shrugged, but her eyes softened. "It's my dad. He's sick, and Mom's stressed. I can't focus." Claire nodded, seeing clearly. "I get it. Let's work together, stay after class, we'll catch you up." Aaliyah agreed, and Claire wrote, "Wisdom," saw Aaliyah's struggle, not just her behavior. But wisdom wasn't a cure-all. The school board announced cuts, and Claire's position was on the chopping block. Ethan, now 16, grew moodier, slamming doors, saying, "You don't get me." Claire's journal wavered, tried the view from above, "But I'm still scared." She told Miriam, expecting sympathy. Instead, Miriam quoted Epictetus, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them." She challenged Claire, "Your fear's real, but is it wise? What can you do, right now, to flourish?" Claire leaned into action. She met with the principal, proposing a grant to save her department, researching late into the night. She invited Ethan to dinner, not pushing, just listening to his music rants. Small steps, wise steps. Her journal grew, "Wisdom, acted where I could, let go where I couldn't." She wasn't fixed, but she was moving. 3. The second lesson, courage. As winter settled over Cedar Falls, Claire faced bigger tests. The grant fell through, and layoffs loomed. Aaliyah's grades improved, but another student, Javier, a shy senior, started failing, overwhelmed by college applications. Ethan got in trouble for skipping school, blaming Claire, "You're always at work." The cracks widened, and Claire's wisdom felt thin. Miriam introduced the next virtue, courage. Stoics say courage isn't fearlessness, Miriam said, shelving books with steady hands. It's acting despite fear. You're scared of losing your job, of losing Ethan. Good. Use that fear, act anyway. She shared a story. After her daughter's death, Miriam wanted to hide, but she volunteered at the library, facing grief head-on. "Courage built my life back," she said. She gave Claire a practice, the discipline of action. Each day, pick one brave act, no matter how small, and do it. Claire started with Javier. She stayed late, helping him draft college essays, despite her own exhaustion. "You've got this," she told him, seeing his quiet potential. Javier opened up. His parents were immigrants, struggling, and he felt pressure to succeed. Claire listened, then shared her divorce, her fears. "We keep going," she said. Javier nodded, and his next essay earned an A. Claire's journal, courage, stayed for Javier, faced my fatigue. At home, courage was harder. Ethan's silence hurt, but Claire acted. She wrote him a letter, leaving it on his desk. "I'm here, even when it's messy. I love you." Ethan didn't respond, but he stopped slamming doors. Claire wrote, courage, reached out, despite rejection. At school, she spoke at a board meeting, arguing for her job, her voice shaking but clear. The board didn't budge, but parents clapped, and Aaliyah hugged her after. Courage, spoke up, even if I lose. Courage rippled outward. Aaliyah, inspired by Claire, started a study group, pulling Javier in. Ethan joined a school art club, sketching quietly, a small bridge to Claire. The town rallied, too. Neighbors like Sam, a diner owner, started a petition to save the school's programs. Claire saw her courage spark others, like a fire catching. Her journal filled, "Courage isn't winning, it's acting. I'm acting." 4. The third lesson, justice. Spring brought new challenges. The board cut Claire's position, offering her a part-time role instead. It meant a pay cut, less security, but she could stay. Ethan's art club project, a mural for the school, needed funding, and he asked Claire for help, a rare olive branch. Aaliyah and Javier faced their own hurdles. Aaliyah's dad worsened, Javier got waitlisted at his dream college. Claire's heart ached, but Miriam introduced the next virtue, justice. "Justice is acting for the common good," Miriam said, her eyes bright. "It's not just fairness, it's caring for others, building something bigger than you. Your town, your students, they're your circle." Miriam shared how she'd started a library fund for kids after her daughter's death, turning pain into purpose. She gave Claire a practice, the circle of concern. Each day, do one act for others, no matter how small, and reflect on its impact. Claire embraced justice like a mission. She helped Ethan's art club fundraise, organizing a bake sale with Sam's diner. Townsfolk showed up, buying cookies, donating cash. Ethan painted, smiling at Claire for the first time in months. She wrote, "Justice," built Ethan's mural, built our bond. For Aaliyah, Claire connected her to a counselor, easing her stress. Aaliyah's grades soared, and she wrote Claire a note, "You're my hero." Justice saw Aaliyah's need, acted. Javier's waitlist stung, but Claire helped him apply for scholarships, staying up late to proofread. When he got a full ride to a state school, he hugged her, tears in his eyes. Justice gave Javier a chance, gave him hope. At school, Claire volunteered to teach a free summer history camp, despite her pay cut. Parents signed up, and Sam offered his diner as a space. Justice served my town, kept teaching. Justice wasn't easy. The part-time role meant tighter budgets, and Claire worried about bills. Ethan's mural hit delays, and he snapped, "Why is everything so hard?" Claire used her circle of concern, staying calm, "We'll finish it, together." Her journal grew, "Justice is hard, but it's right. It's my circle, my flourishing." 5. The fourth lesson, temperance. Summer tested Claire's resolve. The history camp was a hit, but exhausting, with 30 kids in a hot diner. Ethan's mural neared completion, but he clashed with teammates, frustrated. Aaliyah's dad stabilized, but Javier struggled with college prep, anxious about leaving home. Claire felt stretched thin, her journal faltering, "I'm trying, but I'm tired." Miriam brought the final virtue, temperance. "Temperance is balance," Miriam said, stacking books with care. "It's not doing too much or too little, it's doing what's enough. Stoics say, don't burn out chasing everything. Choose what aligns with your virtues." Miriam shared how she'd scaled back library hours to care for herself, finding peace. She gave Claire a practice, the balance scale. Each day, weigh your actions, too much, too little, or just right, and adjust. Claire applied temperance like a lifeline. She cut camp hours, focusing on quality lessons, and the kids thrived. Temperance did enough, not everything. With Ethan, she set boundaries, letting him lead the mural while offering support. He finished it, a vibrant scene of Iowa's history, and hugged her at the unveiling. Temperance stepped back, let Ethan shine. For Javier, she scheduled shorter tutoring sessions, encouraging self-study. He grew confident, thanking her. Temperance guided, didn't overwhelm. At home, temperance meant self-care. Claire started walking by the Cedar River, breathing deeply, reflecting. She cooked with Ethan, simple meals, laughing over burnt toast. Her journal revived, temperance, balanced my heart, my work, my life. She wasn't perfect, but she was flourishing, not surviving, but living fully, aligned with wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. 6. The School of Life. The new school year brought clarity. Claire's part-time role was tough, but she loved teaching, pouring wisdom into her lessons. The mural hung in the school's hall, a symbol of community. Aaliyah won a scholarship, Javier left for college, and Ethan started talking more, showing Claire his sketches. The town kept fighting for the school, and Sam's petition gained traction, hinting at restored funding. Claire's crisis, the divorce, the layoffs, hadn't vanished, but it had transformed her. She saw it as her school, her eudaimonia. She visited Miriam, bringing a gift, a journal filled with her Stoic practices. "You taught me to flourish," Claire said. Miriam smiled, her hands gentle on the book. "You built your life, Claire." "I just shelved the books." Claire laughed. "Well, I'm living now, fully." At a school assembly, Claire spoke to students, sharing her journey, not the divorce, but the virtues. "Life's a classroom," she said. "Learn wisdom to see clearly, courage to act, justice to care, temperance to balance. That's how you flourish." Aaliyah cheered, Ethan clapped, and Claire felt her circle, her town, her school, herself, complete. 7. The Stoic Toolbox. What's the lesson from Claire's classroom? Stoicism teaches that eudaimonia, flourishing, comes from living virtuously. Wisdom sees the world clearly, courage acts despite fear, justice serves the common good, temperance finds balance. Seneca wrote, "The whole future lies in uncertainty, live immediately." Claire lived immediately, not for perfection, but for virtue, and her life bloomed. This echoes America's heart. Think of teachers like Claire, pouring into students despite cuts, or communities like Cedar Falls, rallying for their schools. Flourishing isn't wealth, it's purpose, built daily. Claire's school was her life, and yours can be, too. Here's a Stoic toolbox to build your flourishing life, inspired by Claire, Miriam, and the Stoics. View from above, each morning, take 5 minutes to zoom out, like Claire. Imagine your life from the cosmos, your worries, your joys. Write one wise insight, my stress is small, my actions matter. Do it daily for a week. Discipline of action, pick one brave act each day, like Claire's courage. Speak up, help someone, face a fear. Write, courage today, did this. Try it for a month, and feel your strength grow. Circle of concern, do one act for others daily, like Claire's justice. Teach, listen, give. Write, justice today, help this person. It's your circle, your impact. Balance scale, weigh your actions daily, like Claire's temperance. Too much work. Too little rest. Adjust. Write, temperance today, balance this. Practice for 2 weeks. Virtue journal, each night, write one moment you lived virtuously, wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. Claire's journal was her map. Try it for a month, and chart your flourishing. Community anchor, connect weekly with someone who inspires virtue, like Claire's Miriam. Call, meet, share. Write, anchor today, connected with this person. Their light lifts you. Present focus, when worry hits, pause and focus on now, like Seneca's, live immediately. Say, this moment is mine. Practice daily, and it'll ground you. Kindness note, do one kind act daily, like Claire's bake sale. Write, kindness today, did this. It's virtue in action, small but mighty. Stoic reflection, weekly, reflect like Marcus Aurelius, did I flourish today? Write one virtuous moment and one miss. Learn, don't judge. Claire's reflections kept her true. Let's make it personal. Think of one struggle in your life, a job, a relationship, a doubt. Picture it as your classroom, not your cage. What's one virtuous step you can take today? Wise, courageous, just, balanced. Hold that thought, we'll revisit it. 8. Your school, you're flourishing. Claire's story isn't a Hollywood ending. She worked part-time, budgeted tightly, but taught with passion. Ethan's sketches filled their home, Aaliyah visited from college, Javier sent letters, and the town's petition saved her job by spring. Her divorce scars faded, not gone, but part of her. She flourished, not because life was easy, but because she chose virtue, wisdom to see, courage to act, justice to serve, temperance to balance. At a town fair, Claire saw her circle, Sam grilling burgers, Aaliyah laughing with kids, Ethan sketching the crowd, Miriam handing out books. She raised a lemonade, toasting silently, to flourishing, to life. Her journal ended, "This is my school, my virtues, my happiness. I'm enough." Here's my challenge to you, BAudio family, build your school of flourishing. This week, pick one tool: view from above, discipline of action, circle of concern, balance scale, virtue journal, community anchor, present focus, kindness note, stoic reflection. Try it, see what grows. And share it, drop a comment below. What's one virtuous step you took? How's your classroom shaping up? Let's build this community of learners, flourishing together. Let's revisit that struggle you pictured. That challenge in your life. What's one step you can take today to flourish? A wise thought, a brave act, a just gesture, a balanced choice. You're stronger than you know. The world's loud, but your virtues are louder. Thanks for joining me, BAudio listeners. If this story moved you, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend building their own life, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Hit that bell for our next episode, where we'll explore another path to purpose and peace. Until then, keep learning, keep flourishing, and I'll see you in the comments.